This far in, I tell you, this far in, it's like every fallen you feel, you know, uh, every fallen comrade you feel. It's a 300 mentality where you're getting down to small numbers, and it's like you resurface the swimming pool. You know how that makes me feel. And I just see the watchmen. They've got people holding their arms, and they're in the back seat, and they don't want to say too much, and they can't say enough, and they're tied to the money. They're all tied to money, and they're like, I don't know who said that. I don't know who said that. And the whole time I'm just thinking, like, God, just help me remember that they're hobbits. Like, this is no place for a hobbit. And, it gets chaotic, and they're throwing punches, and I just see it like if they was really like World War Hulk, like God wanted them to be, they'd be so much stronger than what I see. You know, what I see is just like corrupt, you know, and what they do affects me. It affects what I say on here. I might sound gay or something. I'm not gay. I'm straight as an arrow. But I've had to stand up for the kids of the Vatican because that's what I am as well. And, I face my fears, and I just don't see that the Watchmen have done that. And they have fallen mantles. They don't have real power and authority to even be on YouTube's. A lot of them never been out of the country, you know. That's like the first thing that you should do when you want to become a watchman. And um, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just voicing my opinion. I love them, but it's just I got to be hard on them too. And the little Ashley, you know, that's me being nice. You know, because I just want to put them in the ground. But, until they come and face me, they're going to have to just deal with these U turns of that white truck who claims he has the Phoenix sword, but he has no power or authority either. And he was on YouTube for years saying that he did. And he wants it all perfect until everyone's just tortured, silly, you know. And I've done everything I was supposed to do, you know. I ran miles for him, and I did it for God. That's what I figured out, is that what he was showing was my interpretation of what God was showing me, and it had nothing to do with Grox. It had nothing to do with him. And when I say I ran miles for him, because I was a watchman with Brock the Rock, my first channel, and Diomedes Achilles, my prelude channel, and I did good work. No one else was really showing what I was showing, and he knows that. And I just, he taught me a lot, but at the same time, I just don't feel like he was even in a position of authority to teach, because he didn't know what he was handling. He didn't know how it affected everyone. And you got to do what you say that you want others to do, you know? And if you're being a team, that's one thing. But the more I see it, the Watchmen are not a team. They don't do the Pergamus burdens. They don't do any of it. They don't do Sardis burdens. If you don't do those two, then you're just a Philadelphia waiting, and you're being pushy. You're being pushy because you're waiting, and that's the end of the story. Like, you're not a Venezuelan. You're not a Brazilian who have patience. You're just a pushy American that is trying to be a six.